A hard-working single dad owned a small neighborhood repair shop where honesty mattered more than profit. Every day, he repaired old vehicles for struggling families who could not afford expensive service. Although business remained modest, his reputation for kindness, fairness, and excellent mechanical skills spread throughout the community with remarkable consistency. One rainy afternoon, an elderly woman slowly drove an old sedan into his garage. The car barely stayed running before the engine finally stopped. She looked worried and explained that she needed the vehicle for doctor's appointments, grocery shopping, and visiting her late husband's favorite places every weekend without fail. The mechanic carefully inspected the aging car and quickly discovered several serious mechanical problems. Despite the complicated repairs, he noticed the woman counting a few small bills inside her purse. Understanding her financial situation immediately, he gently smiled and assured her that everything would be taken care of without unnecessary worry today. Instead of charging labor costs, he replaced worn parts, repaired the cooling system, changed the engine oil, and made sure the brakes worked perfectly. He even cleaned the vehicle before handing back the keys. When the grateful woman asked about the bill, he simply said the repair was completely free. The elderly woman became emotional after hearing those unexpected words. She insisted on paying something, but the mechanic refused politely. He explained that kindness should never depend on money and that helping someone in need was more valuable than receiving payment. She thanked him repeatedly before driving away with tears of gratitude. Before leaving, the woman quietly mentioned that her daughter always worried about her safety. The mechanic wished them both well and returned to work without asking any questions. He never expected the simple act of generosity would soon change his own life in ways he could never have imagined before. The following morning, several luxury vehicles stopped outside the small repair shop. Well-dressed professionals stepped out, followed by an elegant businesswoman whose confident presence immediately attracted everyone's attention. Employees nearby wondered why someone so successful had arrived at such a humble neighborhood garage without any prior appointment or announcement. The businesswoman introduced herself as the elderly woman's daughter. She thanked the mechanic for helping her mother without expecting anything in return. Then she revealed that she was the chief executive officer of a major automotive manufacturing company, surprising everyone standing inside the repair shop with the unexpected revelation. She explained that her mother had called the previous evening with overwhelming emotion, describing every detail of the mechanic's kindness. The CEO admitted she rarely heard her mother speak so happily. Instead of discussing the free repair, her mother talked about respect, compassion, honesty, and the mechanic's genuine concern for another human being. The CEO offered to reimburse every repair cost, including generous compensation for labor. Once again, the mechanic politely declined additional payment. He explained that accepting money afterward would defeat the purpose of helping someone who genuinely needed assistance. His humble response impressed the CEO even more than the original generous act itself. Curious about his background, the CEO asked why someone with such remarkable technical skills continued operating a small garage. The mechanic admitted he had once worked for a large automotive company, but resigned years earlier because family responsibilities required flexible working hours after becoming a single father, raising his children alone. He described balancing customer appointments with school pickups, homework, cooking meals, and caring for his children every evening. Although life remained financially difficult, he never regretted choosing family over career advancement. His greatest success, he believed, was raising kind children while earning an honest living through dedication, integrity, and hard work. The CEO listened carefully before revealing something unexpected. She remembered reviewing employment records years earlier and recognized his name immediately. According to company files, he had been one of their most talented mechanics before leaving voluntarily. She admitted the company had struggled to replace someone with his remarkable technical expertise and professionalism. Smiling warmly, she offered him an opportunity to return. This time, however, the position included flexible working hours, excellent salary, healthcare benefits, and family-friendly policies designed to support dedicated parents. She insisted the company needed leaders who valued compassion just as much as technical excellence and business success every single day. The mechanic paused before answering because his children always remained his first priority. After discussing every detail carefully, he accepted the offer only after receiving assurance that family responsibilities would always come before unnecessary overtime. The CEO gladly agreed, believing his character represented exactly the kind of leadership their organization desperately needed. News of the remarkable story spread quickly throughout the community. Customers proudly shared how the mechanic had repaired an elderly woman's vehicle without expecting payment, only to receive an extraordinary career opportunity because of his kindness. Many people visited the garage simply to shake his hand and congratulate him on the incredible turn of events. Although he accepted the prestigious position, the mechanic refused to abandon his small repair shop completely. On weekends, he continued helping struggling families with affordable repairs whenever possible. He believed success should increase opportunities to serve others, rather than create distance between himself and the community that had supported him for years. The CEO later introduced new customer service programs inspired by the mechanic's example. Employees were encouraged to assist elderly drivers, struggling families, and emergency situations whenever reasonable. She believed genuine compassion strengthened a company's reputation more effectively than expensive advertising campaigns or impressive corporate slogans ever could accomplish on their own. The elderly woman often visited the garage just to bring homemade cookies and thank the mechanic again. She proudly watched his career flourish, while knowing her simple visit had unexpectedly connected two deserving people. Their friendship became a reminder that even the smallest acts of kindness can create life-changing opportunities for everyone involved. The mechanic never forgot the lesson behind the experience. He reminded his children that generosity should never depend upon receiving rewards, because true kindness always carries its own value. Sometimes good deeds return in surprising ways, but helping others should always remain the purpose rather than the expectation behind every compassionate action.